I will record. You can start.
Okay, sir.
Already somebody started.
First of all, this is the first of all, this is Guntur Vijayawada. My qualification is MBA 2009 pass out. Presently, I have to teaching experience in 13 years. My teaching subject is accounting, only accounting, intermediate degree PG, and I will go for better future in the future. That's why I can choose the CAP. Okay, first of all, starting the ALE IDOC. What is the ALE IDOC?
Document.
Hello, sir.
Document కొంచెం పెద్దగా వేసేయండి. జూమ్ చేయండి.
Okay,
Please
sir.
increase.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
మీకు రైట్ సైడ్ కింద బార్ ఉంది చూడండి 100 దాన్ని అడ్జస్ట్ చేయాలి.
Right side.
నా రైట్ సైడ్ డౌన్
sir.
బార్.
Okay, sir.
Click the plus symbol. No.
Wait.
Opposite side.
Okay. No. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Yes. Go ahead.
Okay, sir. First of all, I will explain the topic about ALE IDOC. This is the interview point of questions. I will searching for those different websites. 10 questions are explanation. I will give them. Okay. First of all, question number 1. What is the ALE? Full form of the ALE is application link enable. Application means this is the SAP 1 and another is the SAP 2. These are two SAP systems. SAP, the difference between what is the difference between SAP 1 and SAP 2 is the possible SAP systems. Possible SAP system means, for example, data can transfer into the one system to another system. Another system, one system or another system, both are SAP system. That called as a possible SAP system. So, first of all, ALE means full form of the application link enable. Next question. ALE communication. Communication means the data, some data transferring to the SAP 1 system to SAP 2 system. This is the possible SAP system. Possible SAP system means only data can transfer in through called as a SAP system. Two systems are SAP systems, may be called as a possible SAP system. For example, non-possible SAP system means one application is the SAP 1, another application is the maybe Java, another language. This is the non-possible SAP system. So ALE communication for any kind of two systems are only for SAP system. Only or SAP system. Only SAP system means one SAP system is the sender, another SAP system is the receiver. Sender means data can transfer into the sender from receiver. That may be called as a one possible SAP system. So first of all, this is the possible for non-SAP. Non-SAP means first is the, for example, SAP 1 system is the SAP 2 system. SAP 1 is the possible system. Non-possible is the Java. For example, SAP 1 is the possible system, and non-AP means Java. Non-SAP means the data can transfer into the SAP possible system to SAP possible system to non-SAP possible system. That means Java. This is the non-SAP possible system. So we can explain ALE communications means any kind of two systems. So that means SAP one system, that is the sender system, SAP two system, that is the receiver system. So these are called possible SAP systems. Example, SAP system communicate to another system. Next, when you have the communication SAP one system to SAP two system, that is the possible system. That means communication transferring data, some information like that purchase order or sales. That is the information. This is the second question. And third question, what is the IDOC? IDOC full form, intermediate document. IDOC full form, intermediate document. IDOC is the collection of segments. Segments may be called as a products like automobile, mobile, laptops, iPhones. Each and every segment is called a data collection from IDOC. IDOC is a collection of data or segments. Data means sales or purchase. Segments means products like mobile, laptops, computers, another hardware or software. Each segment, segment subdivided each segment. That means collection of the fields. That, for example, Vivo is the one segment. Segment is called as a product. Each segment that may be in Vivo mobile, sub-segment battery also collection of fields. So this is the IDOC full. This is the IDOC. IDOC means collection of segments or collection of data or collection of product, and each segment is collection of fields. That may be called as a IDOC. The data distributed between means one segment to another segment and one system sorry. One system means SAP one system to SAP two systems. So difference between one system to another system in electronic form without user interaction. When we have the user information, that may be called as a IDOC. IDOC means, once again, IDOC means collection of segments, and each segment is already told about segment means product, the collection of fields. So IDOC nothing but IDOC called as a basket. Basket means information, in the information, and container also information, which carries that data certain format. So totally IDOC means collection of segments. That segments may be called as a basket, and container carries that certain format. Okay, this is the third question. And fourth question, what is the IDOC structure? IDOC structure can be divided into three types. First one is the control, second one is the data, third one is the status. These are the IDOC structure. In this, maybe explain about control. Control means explanation. What is the control in IDOC? Briefly explanation. I have searching the own language in the explanation. The minimum control of something. Which is going to control to off command over with respect to what? For example, the minimum controls something which is going to control off command over with respect to what? In what context to controlling coming over to here? This is the own language, sir. The context is nothing but complete information about technical information about the IDOC. Right, like from where this IDOC generated, where it is going to, what's the name of its partner profile. All the information when this IDOC was generated when it has reached to so all such kind of technical information from where it has come and where it has to go, such kind of address with respect to IDOC, known as a control of IDOC. This IDOC control techniques information, which is tells that, first of all, first one is the when IDOC was created. Technical information when you have to create the IDOC, and when you have create the control techniques, so what is the source system from where the IDOC is generated, and the third one is the target system where IDOC is need to go. Fourth one is what is the data. So these are the control technique information which is tells that before when we are creating the IDOC and when we are generating the IDOC and when we are need to the IDOC. These are the control techniques of the IDOC. So second one is the data. Data means it will contain information in a record format. It will contains information in a record format. Record formats that means the data will be assigned to the one record. Next to status. Status means it will tell you whether your IDOC is successful or fail. Whether IDOC is successful, either fail. If it is fail, it will tell what is the reason. So this is the structure of the IDOC. So another fifth question, what is the transaction to the display in IDOC? IDOC, both are same, WE02, WE05. This is the T code. IDOC transaction will be, when we have to display the, can you put in the T code, so WE02 and WE05. Click on the WE02, it will be displayed the IDOC list. When we have to put in the W02 or W0P, that the data will be displayed in IDOC list. IDOC list are already, those are the IDOC structure. IDOC structure means control, data, and status. So when we are putting the WE02 or WE05, the IDOC list are displayed. First one is the in the control data. In the control data will be displayed type of information. In the control data of the type of information. In the type of information, control segment, already told you, segment may be called as a product data, will be happen message type and basic type. First of all, when you are putting the WE02, the data will be displaying about the type of information segments. Segments mean to, it will be displaying happen the message type and basic type. Information we will see basic type and message type in the detail. First step, basic type information in the detail of the purchasing or sales. So that, for example, purchase requisition. Purchase requisition, it's not any effect of the account. So there is no need to entry, purchasing entry. When we are purchase requisition, there is no need to entry because of the purchasing requisition is the internal transactions. And local message type will be detail explain the purchase order. When we are giving the purchase order also internal transactions. So because this is the business activities, those are business activities. Those are means purchasing requisition or purchasing order. Those are business activities. The difference between sender and receiver. So that's not there is no need to journal entry. Sorry, but there is no need to general entry. Why? Because when you are just dealings, the difference between customer and vendor. So second one, first in the control data lo subparty A, second partner. In the partner, explain the receipt information. Receipt means already when we are purchasing order, then the next step will be goods receipt. Goods receipt information already received from the supplier. Information and sender information, who has received the information is their partner. Partner also either vendor, either customer. Those are the partners, either vendor, either business partners, like that business partners. So receipt information and sender information, who has received the information is there. And third, in the control data, first one, A is the type of information, B is the partner, and C is the technical information. Technical information will be explained. SAP release all these things. SAP release all these things means purchase order, purchase requisitions, about the different information about business partners, like that customer or vendor. And third one is the technical. Second is the data record. Already I told you, explain about the control data. This is the those are the IDOC structure. IDOC structure first means control, data, and status. So this is the second data record. In the data record, whatever the information you want to pass in the data record, whatever the information you want to pass, that you can put in the segments like that product, segment like that record. The full details of the put into the segment record. This is the fourth question. Sorry. Fifth question. What is the transaction where we can search the IDOC? Where we can search the IDOC. When we are putting the segments, like that material segment, like that purchase order segment, like that sales segment, when we are putting the, we can searching in WE09. This is the very important on interview point of view. And sixth question. What are the important transactions which is very frequently used in real time? First of all, W02 to W05. When we are displaying the IDOC. WE30, IDOC type document. WE31, development IDOC segment and segment creation. WE05, IDOC list. WE82, assign the basic type and to assign message for IDOC. WE81, message type creation. WE20, partner profile. WE19, testing, test 2. WE21, port to definition. So these are the very frequently used in real-time scenarios in IDOC. This is the sixth question. And sir, are you visible? Hello? Hello? Anybody?
Yes,
Hello?
we can hear you. You can go ahead.
Yes.
Okay, sir. So this is the seventh question. What is EDI? EDI stands for electronic data interchange. So this establishing the communication between SAP and non-SAP. Non-SAP like that Java, another language, another language or another systems or another icons. So SAP, what is the SAP and what is the non-SAP? So EDI means electronic data interchange. That is difference between communication between SAP and non-SAP. Eighth question. What is the difference between ALE and EDI? ALE means already told about you, application link enable. EDI means electronic data interchange. So this is the difference between only ALE, SAP to SAP possible. Already told you, SAP to SAP known as a possible SAP. So this is the non-SAP. Non-SAP means non-possible system. Non-possible means one is the SAP system and another one is the non-SAP. Like that non-SAP means Java. So these are the two difference. First one is the application link enabling. Second one is the electronic data interchange. So ALE the second point, SAP to SAP and EDI, SAP to SAP. So these are the difference between ALE and EDA. Most we can take in the different websites. Next, what are the configuration steps between systems when you have set up the ALE? We have two systems. We have two systems that may be called as a SAP1 and SAP2. Already told you SAP1 is the sender system, SAP2 is the receiver system. When you have stabilized the connection between SAP1 to SAP2 system, that is the we can take explanation about the some scenarios. So first of all, go to sale. When you are go to sale, that's some scenarios will be displayed. First one is the define logic system for SAP1 and SAP2. Explanation. We have to go the transaction code. We have to go the transaction code sale, and directly we can define the logical system over here. When we have to go to the transaction code of the sale, and we can directly define the logical system here. That is called SAP1 to SAP2 systems. So second one is the assign the client to logical system. So explanation. In this step, in this system can be clear with the, in this step, in this system can be clear with the multiple client. Multiple client means, so for example, price will be increase, demand will be decrease. So price when we are go to the can be in this step, in this system can be clear with the multiple client. So from which client you want to do the communication, from which client you want to do the communication, because the data client depends on the, so that purpose will have to assign the following steps. So this explanation will be difference between behind the SAP1 system to SAP2 systems. So third one is the create RFC connection. RFC connection means remote to function configuration. This is one of the important in interview point of scenario. RFC means remote to function configuration. Explanation. Once we have defined that, what is SAP1 system? SAP1 system. And what is SAP2 system? What is SAP1 system, SAP2 systems? After that, you will have to stabilize the connection between one system to another second system. So how you can stabilize the connection? Connection establish is done by RFC. RFC means remote function configuration, because data sending from one system to another system. Data sending from one system to another system. Then SAP1 system require have to the RFC connection for SAP2 system. The data sending, for example, sender to receiver. Sender means SAP1 system, receiver means SAP2 system. Then SAP sender require, SAP1 system may be called as a sender, require how to RF connection for SAP2 systems. If you want to get the data back from SAP2 system to SAP1 system, when you want to get the data back from receiver to sender, here also put required to the create RFC destination, SAP1 system into SAP2 system. So finally, my requirement to here just I am sending only, I am just sending, taking about the sender to receiver. So sender means SAP1 system, data from SAP1 system to SAP2 system. So I have the only requirement of the only sender and receiver. So I am go to the create RFC only here, SAP one system. Just requirement of the SAP one system. So this is the RFC explanation. So this is T code SM59. Next to port. Logical name input to and output to devices, WE21. This is the T code. So explanation. Once create the RFC connection. RFC means remote function connection. Data is the flow from the there how data will pass from here to this SAP one system to SAP two system, sender and receiver, and to this another destination. So if you have see that charge, and you want that control from the board that your mobile what you to require charger and charger put into the port, because without port will not able to the receiver touch. Port means this is the one scenario in configuration IDOC. So however, the port is also defined as the logical name for input to and output to device. So finally, port define as the name of the logical input to and output device with which part of the SAP one system going to the connect to what kind of communication which going to happen finally. So in this, to create partner, these are the IDOC configuration, EDI IDOC configurations. So fifth step to create partner profile, WE20. Explanation. After create the simple, we are not going to sell any one of you should have the proper understanding about to profile your partner, then only able to set that the data. So based upon understanding the nature of your friend SAP1, need to understanding what is the profile my partner. Finally, so once port is done, you are going to create partner profile like that, customer or vendor. So sixth, programming as a call as a function module. This is the outbound SAP1, inbound SAP2. Outbound means the sender, inbound means the receiver. So this is the one system and this is the second system. Once you create the partner profile, the data, each data will flow directly from SAP1 system and SAP2 system. Without doing anything, it will not flow without doing directly anything. So requires something or here which can data push from SAP1 system to SAP2 system. What is that? Which going to we require? How you are going to push the data? Then you require program or function module. Require program nothing but a function module. This programming also known as a outbounding program. Outbounding program means sender system. Because here sending the data going out from SAP1 system. So because you are sending that Y, that IDOC known is this SAP1 system. Outbound IDOC and the programming that generate the outbound IDOC, that program is known as a outbound program. So the difference between SAP1 system to SAP2 system, that is the sender, this is the receiver. So first of all, these are full clarification with the below. First of all, define the logical system. Both are define the logical system. Second point in both are same, assigning the client to logical system and also assigning the client to logical system. Third step, create RFC SM59, not required. This is the optional. Port means logical name of input and output device. No need to optional name. Fifth, partner profile creation. This is also partner profile creation. Sixth step, programming functional model, outbound. This is the SAP system. One is the outbounding. SAP2 system is the inbound, that is called workflow. So seventh or eighth or ninth SAP1 system no need to. Seventh means BD51, register the characteristics and inbound function module. 8th, create process code WE42. 9th, establishing the relationship between FM means functional module and message type WE57. So these are above in the explanation about of the configuration in IDOC. So this is the segment. Sorry. So this is the segment. Segment key code WE31. Segment means called as a product. So basic IDOC WE82 type. So this is the like domain. Domain means purpose of having the information, technical information. Domain means purpose of having technical information. Explanation. Once you create the segment, this segment need to assign basic type. The segment need to basic type. Basic type like domain in the data in dictionary. Basic type means domain in the data. Already told you, domain means the purpose of having the technical information. In this technical information having the data dictionary. So this segment is type is going to assign the basic type. This segment is going to assign basic type. The basic type is also known as IDOC document. IDOC type. IDOC type also basic type or message type. Those are the including in IDOC type. IDOC type will be divided into two types. So first one is the basic type and the second one is the message type. These are the IDOC type. So this basic type or IDOC type under the create WE30 like domain also told you. Domain is purpose having the technical information. So this is the segment explanation. And 11. After we have create basic type, then we have to create the message type. And the basic type can be assigned to multiple message type. Is given the symmetric information. So totally message type is the T code 81 data. Message type also called as a data element. So these are the very frequently read in IDOC document used in T codes. These are the T codes: segment T code, basic type T code, port creation, partner profile, RFC destination creation, message type creation, FM characteristics. These are the very most important in the interview point of view. This is also picked the important. Where was the important T codes? So W20, SM59, and WE57. This is the very frequently asked in the IDOC interview questions. So this is the very important. Very important means what is the T code for output relationship? These are the very important. Message type in the functional. So this explanation below, when you have debug, debug means issue in any IDOC. When we have in debug means issue in IDOC. It is inbound. Inbound means already I told you inbound I will take in the SAP2 system. That means receiver. IDOC, you have to identify which function module you will have to put the breakpoint. When we have the debug in IDOC, if it is inbound IDOC, you have to identify the which function module you will have to the breakpoint. So you can go to the W02. W02 will be displayed in IDOC document displays. You can get out the message type there. What is the function module? What is the function module? The function module you can get checked with WE57. That's why this is T code very frequently used in IDOC. So already told you very important in the interview point of view. So how troubleshoot in the outbound IDOC? This is the also very important. How to troubleshoot in the outbound IDOC? Troubleshoot means debug are known as issues. SAP one system is the sender. SAP two system is the receiver. And also SAP one system is the outbound IDOC. SAP 2 system is the inbound IDOC. Introduction. Explanation. SAP. Only I have to explain about in the outbound IDOC. SAP 1 system is sending the data. SAP 1 system sending the data. SAP 2 system. So communication going to from left to right. Left means inbound IDOC, right means outbound. When you are communication going from left to right. SAP 1 system IDOC which will be generated by SAP system is known as, what is meant by IDOC meant in the interview point of view? What is meant by IDOC? Outbound IDOC. Outbound IDOC means system sending the SAP 1 system sending the data, SAP 2 system. So communication means that the data transferring to the inbound to outbound, outbound to inbound, either inbound to outbound, either outbound to inbound. Going from a scenario, going from left to right. Left to means inbound to outbound. Okay, SAP 1 system, the IDOC which will be generated by SAP 1 system. This is also known as outbound IDOC. And second, for SAP 2 system, SAP 2 system means inbound. The IDOC which receives the SAP 2 system, IDOC is going to known as a inbound IDOC. This again, for SAP 2 system, SAP 2 system means inbound IDOC which receives from SAP 2 system IDOC is going known as a inbound IDOC because it's coming to the SAP 2 system. So this explanation once again. What can be the different problems which can occur with outbound IDOC? Which can occur in outbound IDOC. IDOC itself not created or not generated. IDOC itself not created and not generated. First, you will identify the sender system. You will not created in any IDOC. And we will go for the check W02, W05. Both are same. There is no difference. Some transactions are very scrutiny differently. So both are same. WG02, W05. Both are IDOC list will be displayed. When you are putting the W02 and W02, the IDOC list will be displayed. The IDOC list means control data and status. So, for example, when you are outbound, IDOC will be generated when you are outbound. Outbound means SAP 1 system. That means called as a sender system. When your sender system of IDOC will be generated, outbound program will be executed like report. Like report means there's some data. To logic populate the data from some table and you are then put those data segments relating with message type, destination, information. And all these things together passing into the functional module, which module master IDOC distribute to function module. So outbound IDOC is going to generate by master IDOC. Any outbound IDOC going to be generated by master IDOC. Distribute function module. Whenever any problems comes in IDOC, if it is not generated the report, we have to report to program. Call FM master. FM master means functional module master. Underscore IDOC underscore distribute. This is the functional module and have generated issue of the questions. When you are debug and when you are different techniques through which IDOC can be triggered from sender system. Sender system means outbound, like outbound IDOC. When we using the normal report FM, when we using the message control, when we using the change pointer. These are different techniques through IDOC trigger from sender system. Troubleshooting is going to be depending on the problem and the way IDOC is generated. These are the two. Whether IDOC itself generated or not. How to check W0 to W02. This is the very important in the IDOC. So first one means using the message control. Using the message control. What are the different techniques? Different techniques are three. The different techniques with using the normal report, technical using the message control, technical using the change pointer. This is in this three topics. So these are so very important in the change pointer. Also will be explained in the below briefly. Using the normal report like that functional module. So if you are going to normal use report, you already knowing that is that report which has trigger the IDOC. So very easy in that case. There is no typical. Very useful in the IDOC. Second one, using the message control when it's message control, so there will some standard transactions. This message control, some transactions will be standard transactions. So the transactions means standard transactions also will be knowing about what is the transaction. What is the transaction means that will be standard transactions. So you can go to into the transactions. You can go to into the transactions. You can see with message type that IDOC trigger is related. So message type you can identify and you can then go to the transactions. And from clear, you can find out subroutine whole program. And you can go to the program search for the master IDOC distributed function. Already told you when you has the debug, when if it is not the generated, any data will be creating by master IDOC distribution functions. So master this only. This is the very important and pick the color. Master IDOC distributions means explained below. Master IDOC function means going to the transactions ME21. ME21 means purchase. And click on the message type because we have to click on the message control. Then only it's going to trigger. So click on the message control. Message control means IDOC type. This is the message type. Already told you IDOC type. This is the message control. And then you click the same button. But before clicking on the same button, the purchase order activated debug. Once you will activate debug, put dynamic breakpoint function module master IDOC distribute. So our scenario. Using the change pointer also told about very important in the interview point of view. It is help of automatic programming or batch job. It is helpful of APP program or batch job. First one in this change pointer. First one. What is the table for change pointer? When we can change pointer is T code for BDCP2. This is the T code. BDCP2. This is the T code. Third, in earlier version, this nowadays earlier version, the data used to be stored in BPCP and BPCPCS. In this replacement of BPCP2. So present version stored in BPCP and BPCPS table. Those are the tables change pointer of the tables. What is the table change log? CD HDR for the header detail. This is the table. I think that's not correct. I think CD HDR for the header details. CD POS for the item details. CD is the header details and CD POS is the item details. So this is the table change logo. And finally, all the configurations. Finally, all the configurations means already told about the above configurations. Place you have programming call RDB IDOC or DBM IDOC. This is the programming of the IDOC. This is programming responsible for generating with the help of change pointer read and master IDOC distribution. That is the program to trigger to the outbound for change pointer. RDBM IDOC. This is program can be scheduled 10 minutes and 1 hour in form of batch job. Batch job or APP job. So this is the details of the we are searching about different YouTubes and different websites. So this is the own language explanation with the own language. So thank you for giving opportunities. Thank you one and all. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Hello, anybody?
సూపర్ అండి
Yeah.
సూపర్